A few weeks ago, I did something I swore I would never do. At first glance, if you were to drive by my house or pass me on the highway, my Jeep still looks like my Jeep. But after only about a year of beadlocks and 35s, which aren't that big in comparison to what a lot of people do, the tire carrier on my Jeep wore out and I had to make a decision. And well, you guys can see what decision I made. And I actually think one of you guys nailed it best in the comments when you said, the Jeep with this stock bumper and no rear tire looks like a fat person clenching their butt cheeks. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're not wrong. Once you said that, I can't stop seeing it, so we're gonna have to figure that out. You guys saw a couple of videos ago, we put on this rear tire delete. Am I stoked about it? No, but I'm always down to try things and do things that I think have to get done. Our rear tire carrier was creaking and not good. The 35s and the beadlocks were too much weight for it. We wore it out way too quick. And I wasn't sold on doing the whole upgrade and doing all the jazz on the back. I kind of just wanted to remove the weight and simplify the Jeep. I told you guys at the time, I don't like the way these look without, I don't know why this sounds stupid, but like I like pod lights on these. Okay. I don't know why. I feel like without them, it just looks like pointless. If you put light brackets coming out of this, it looks cool. Okay. We don't have any light brackets. So will there be? But I was thinking of getting the guys at Ignition to like print custom ones for the holes that come out and have lights. Yeah. So I went ahead, I ordered up some lights right away, and we're taking care of this ASAP. I've actually only driven this thing a couple times with this thing on, and I'm just not sold on it, so we're gonna just get it done. Before we get into today's video though, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who came out to the driven shows. I know the last few videos have probably been a little bit confusing because we filmed them before we did our little driven road trip, and we're posting them once we got back because I was waiting for the new channel to get verified and a whole bunch of stuff, but we are back, we are uploading, and I just wanted to say shout out to everybody that came out to all 3 of the driven shows and said hi. And I haven't seen anybody since we started making videos again this year, so it was just cool to like see all you guys and everything. It was fun. We also have all of like the shop banners. I told you guys these were on pre-sale like a while ago. License plate covers, we have some new t-shirts, we have stickers, all kinds of stuff. We got the pink jet tags, all that is dumped on the website officially. By the time this video comes out, it's been there for a while, so go check it out if you guys want to grab anything and support us. We love you for that. Anyways, without getting a new bumper, I don't think there's a way to make this not look like a fat person clenching their cheeks, but at bare minimum today, we're gonna add just a little bit of girth to this boy. Dude, check it out. This is gonna be so sick. Thankfully, there are still companies that when you order something, they ship it like instantly. Shout out to Vivid. You guys know I absolutely love Vivid Lumen. They're the same guys that have the fog light pods on the front of the Jeep and the light pods that are on like my pillar thing. And today we got I think these are a newer series than the ones we have because these are SAE approved. They're not just like, all their lights are basically weatherproof. They all have like the IP67 rating, but I remember when I did mine, the fog lights had the SAE or the dot or whatever is important. But I popped the cover off these and these actually have a SAE, oh, you probably just slide it, an SAE stamp on them, which I'm like very certain that my yellow ones don't have. And instead of being very certain, why don't we just check? Yeah, these do not have it. So I'm not sure if it's the cover that makes it SAE approved or if it's just a different light pattern or whatever, but you guys know I have these on the front of the Jeep on the pillar. These are more of like a spotlight, so combined between the two of them, they center out and look real good. And then I have these, which have the SAE approval as my fog lights. These are super sick, highly recommend to anybody. We got 2 of these boys. They come with the little pre-wired wires. These ones, like I said, came with a cover, which is actually really cool. And it also came with a wiring harness, which today might be the first time I ever run a Vivid wiring harness because this is not the final stage of wiring for lighting. We have one more pretty big thing that I want to do, so it's kind of going to be a temporary wiring setup. I have a code for you guys. You guys can use the code Robbie10, go on Vivid Lumen's website, you save 10% off your order. You just saw the 3 different sets of lights I run from these guys. They also make the lights that I'm gonna run for the next lighting project. My Jeep's gonna be the f***ing sun.
You're gonna blind everywhere.
That's the point. I turned into that guy. I have too many lights on my Jeep and I'm f***ing thrilled about it. Anyways, to go with it, check these boys out, dude. These are little ABS 3D printed foot things. Mounts, doohickeys. Yeah. That's the precise word I was looking for.
Doohickeys.
You guys remember when we did Mac's dual gauge thing? We got this 3D printed Honda with the 2 circles. I told you it was from a company that was like starting up called Ignition. And I've just been in contact with them the whole time since we've done that. They actually made me like an original foot thing. It was too big at the back, so we made another one. It narrowed down. It's kind of cool. We're part of like the whole building and designing process thing.
I believe they call it research and development.
That's what you would call it if you're a pro. What I call it is, check this out, baby. So we got two ABS. I know a lot of people know stuff about 3D printing. You can have a lower quality, which will warp and heat. These are ABS. They're the same material that that thing is made of, so they should be fine. They're designed the way I wanted them, and I believe by the time this video comes out, you guys will be able to start buying stuff from these guys. I think everything is at that point with them. I don't know though, so I'll leave a link down below. You guys can check them out. Check out Vivid. Let's move on and start making progress. I installed this thing like a week ago and it already has enough pollen on it to give me allergies for 3 years. I feel like this was almost too easy. If you guys watch the channel at all, you know that I love making things. I've been making things for years. This is like the biggest evolution, being able to think of something and then get it 3D printed and save me all the janky aroundness. But look at how sick these things look. Oh yes, they're super clean, super simple. It's got a little bolt hole right here for the mount to go. It's gonna hold it kind of, I wanted it to be like slim thick, you know? So the light will stick out, but the foot doesn't really stick out. Not that I'm gonna stop making things, but if the opportunity arises, I am gonna get some stuff 3D printed because it's sick. On the note of making stuff, you guys remember this little thing I made? This is like a boat starter solenoid or something like that. This is for my winch. So power goes through here and then it gets activated by the button inside so that the winch on the front of the Jeep is not always on. It's only on when you press the button. And finally, after like almost a year of that being there,
We're cleaning it up, man.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it looks good.
We got Honda parts going on a Jeep, bro.
It makes this guy all happy. I had everything taped up. You guys seen that when I originally did it. I said I wanted to get a couple of these, and I had one. I had one laying around from like an old Honda wiring harness. Thankfully, Mac hoards old Honda parts.
Oh yeah.
And I was able to go to his house and pull off 3 more. So we got 2 gray ones. You said they're a little bit bigger. So
They're a little bit bigger, yeah. So
Okay.
that's why they're on these ones, because these are the bigger of the wires. If anybody's wondering, they're the alternator bolt cover cap.
Yeah, so then he's gonna put the 2 black ones on here, just clean everything up, make it obviously look a lot more professional and nice. So that's cool, I'm stoked. Dude, this looks so good. Look at this thing. Woo! It just like, there's an awkward space right here on all of these. I don't like rear tire deletes because they're just big. They fill the gap, which is necessary, but there's like too much dead space. So I think this is super sick. It kind of distracts you from like the massive black chunk that's there. And that side already looks way better. It looks like it has a purpose. You know, like we have like trailers, like little camping trailers, actual car trailers. We go camping and off-roading and actually do a lot of stuff. So these will be very helpful. I debated wiring them in as reverse lights. I decided that that's too much because if I'm like shopping or, you know what I mean? Like I'm at a store and it's like winter, so it's dark out and I put on my reverse lights. I'm not trying to kill people. That was like
I did catch
money shot, dude. Okay, so now this on the outside will come through that hole, right about there.
Yeah.
We'll leave enough wire for this to plug in like this. Very nice. Stay behind here. And now we have to get these to
The front.
Everything here is wired up. Before we do anything and secure it at all, we should give this a quick test. Mac plugged in the other light back here. Thankfully, the way this is wired up, they both go to 1. So 1 button does both lights. We don't have to worry about them being individuals, which is cool. Let's just pop these off. We don't melt them with our laser beam lights. Okay, dude, button me. Oh, God, dude. Hell yeah, look at the beam. Oh, look at the beam. That's sick. When they show you a photo on their website of the beam.
Okay.
They're not lying. Look how bright that is. Oh my God, these guys look, they just saw heaven's gates. The beam is really nice. These are kind of more like my fog lights, I guess. You could tell by the pattern here. It looks really weird because we're aggressively close to the wall. But that's a really cool example of the driving, I believe this is the driving beam. Because if you guys remember when I did my pillar lights, they're like a circle up right. Oh God, dude. God, dude, stop that.
How's
stop
it
that.
feel?
It's actually warm. If you're close, it's warm.
Oh, that
you
is
feel
warm.
that?
Yeah, it
It's
is
weird,
warm.
eh? It's like you're at the dentist. Look at you. Yeah, so this is interesting. I'm excited to see what this looks like outside of the garage.
I like how like crisp that pattern is.
Yeah, this is basically a driving light. It's
Yeah.
meant to be in the front and project down the road and not be like up in someone's eyes and down. It just. And for wiring, it goes through this loom, like I showed you guys in the last video. It goes up here. I'm gonna zip tie all this, obviously, and then it runs behind that trim piece, behind this carpet. The wires are right here. Again, they just need to be zip tied. They run down through the panel. They connect to the extenders that we had, which run up and through here. Now, I know there's like a bajillion ways you could probably do this, but I actually did this on the other side with my sub wires. And I really like it. It's super inconspicuous. You can't see it at all. It's just very simple. It takes no time reaching in there, no hassle. So that comes up, goes through here, and then we got everything connected. So that looks good. Mac finished this boy up. That looks good. Now we just got to make it look pretty. That's the wires from last time. That's the chunk that I cut out of the thing underneath so that we can get the plug from that through there. Now is where it gets interesting. First light plug. Good.
Yes, sir.
Two. Oh, dude, that is tight. Does that fit? Oh, thank God. Whew.
And just like that, we're done.
Yeah, I wish, dude. So we notched this. We just did the classic drill bit grind on the side because there's already a bit of a gap. Like if you push this solid, there's already a bit of a gap here. Like it never sits flush to let the air from the vents, when the vents open, actually work. It never flush mounted. So we just opened it just enough so that the wire won't slide around. It's not loose, but it's not like death grip tight to the point where all the vibrations will wear through. We think. Worst case, Vivid Lumen has a lifetime warranty on their functionality. But if it doesn't function because of stupidity, that counts. Remember that. I got this stuff just kind of taped up. We ran out of zip ties. So now I just got to put all the trim back together here. And then, dude, we're lit. Dude, these things are so bright. I don't know if the camera will see it, but you can see like the laser beam coming off of these lights. Super cool. I didn't bring the little tool to adjust the bottom, so I need to close that gap. Whoa. The camera really highlights the rectangles. I was gonna tell you guys that these are sick and they light up everything, but it's kind of having a hard time seeing that on the camera. You guys can see me, I'm super well lit and I'm in between these two. I'm not even putting a shadow here. I literally came to the darkest road ever. I wanna see if you guys can see like how bright these things are without it focusing on there. Can you turn them off? Okay, turn them on. It doesn't do any justice, dude. It just sees the light pattern on camera. But you guys get it. They're obviously gonna be super bright. Like if I was camping or anything, I guess even if you look down at my boots are well lit. And I'm right in between these two boys right here, doing an absolute fabulous job. I will say in person, that is not such a noticeable rectangle. It's obviously noticeable, but you can, like, the whole ground right here is very lit. The camera makes it look like it's only over there. But anyways, you guys expect them to be bright. They're lights, they're good. You've seen me use them before. But just for a reminder, this is just Jeep LED headlights. That's the LED fog lights, which I don't like the way my new front bumper makes them point, but whatever. They are what they are. And then this is the Vivid, bam, pod light laser beams. Oh, my Jeep's kind of on a weird angle, but super bright. Light beam pattern that I chose aside, these things are awesome, super bright. I'm stoked with the way it looks at night. Super functional for lots of stuff. And you know what? I might even go ahead and swap these because they obviously do a great job at projecting like down the road. Oh, let's just do this. Pop the door. Yeah, look at that, dude. Again, camera makes it look weird, but the driving beam, it's like a projector headlight. It lights up just the narrow stretch of road that you want. I actually really like that. I might go ahead and swap these lights with these lights, because these are just a flood. I don't know if the lenses have anything to do with it. I know I could swap the lenses anyways. I think it's the actual lights inside of here. Because if we go ahead and kill all the lights and just turn on those boys, oh yeah, dude, they flood so much better. I mean, they do a great job on the road, but I feel like the other ones will be perfect just for that little strip. The point here is that they're mounted, they look good. The mounts are absolutely hidden in the dark. Maybe we cut to light. Someone also commented in one of the recent videos and said we need to get a steel bumper, and I should never ever have read the comments, because now I agree. When I look at it, it looks good, but I don't like the bumper anymore, which I was perfectly fine with before. But look how good this looks, dude. It actually just, again, aside from functionality, I'm super stoked to have these, because like whenever I'm doing anything behind the Jeep, anything in this entire yard of mine, snow blowing, camping, loading a trailer,
Working on anything.
working on literally anything, being camping, just using them as reverse lights,
Yeah.
literally anything I want to do,
Yeah.
I can use them for, which is really, really cool. But on top of the usability of these lights, it looks so much better. It fills in all the space. Everything looks awesome. Like it just, I don't know. Am I not like?
No, shout out to Ignite too. Like built a f***ing sweet product, and like look at it, man. It looks like it was supposed to be there. I love it.
And the wiring, obviously you guys saw we tucked it all up. You would never even know it's there. All in the boot. It all goes straight up to the front. And something actually really cool, I just have the button wound up in here for now. Like I told you guys, we're gonna figure out some sort of panel situation, but this button that they give you is actually very nice. This is something that like I would mount somewhere. I wouldn't switch this up for my own. The button doesn't just click, but it rocks. Like it's an actual rocker switch. So it feels like the tactility? It's tactical. It feels great. Now I gotta go buy myself a freaking steel bumper because of one of you guys put it in my head. I can't get it out. And if you guys ever find me on the street and you start tailgating me, I will lighten up your day just a little bit. So don't forget to use code Robbie10 on Vivid Lumen's site. Save yourself 10% off anything on their website, and make sure you guys check out Ignition. That is all. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.
Find the bolt.
Like, what was the need for that? Why did you do that? How do you even go on?
Toolboxes by Husky.
Bing bong, f your life.
I thought that was
I like
the plan.
it. I didn't really have a plan. I'm just flying blind, you know? Like normal.
Colorblind. Flying colorblind.
Boom, roasted, colorblind, idiot. Can't see colors. It's a freaking pink fuse.
Just so everyone knows, Bobby's kidding.
What? No, it's pink.